Bushcraft 412, and today I want to talk about ammo storage and just kind of show off my ammo stash. First, we'll get right into this. I already tried this video once. I didn't like the way it came out, so I'm refilming. This is about 75% of my ammo. The other bit of my ammo is either in my gun safe or, in certain places in my home where I want them to be that are very well hidden, etc. But this is the bulk of my ammo. Probably, like I said, 75%. I store this ammo in either plastic bins or ammo cans for a reason. Number one, if there's ever a disaster or an emergency and I've got to get out and get out quick, I can grab these totes and have these things down in my car and be loaded up in 1 to 2 minutes. It's 2 trips, run those things out the door, and I'm good to go. Being a prepper, you kind of have to think ahead and think about these things. If there were a disaster, do you want to be sitting at your gun safe loading up individual boxes of ammo, and putting them in whatever you have available and trying to organize this thing last second when you have to run? Or do you want this already taken care of? And I decided to invest some money, buy the ammo cans, and store them in a way where I can get them out quick. It's all mobility. Likewise with my guns, I bought a hockey-style duffel bag. And all I need is a blanket, and I can kind of toss that in and throw guns in a duffel and be out the door with all my guns and all my ammo in 5 minutes. And I like having that portability. Plus, there's a little added security, too, because most of these boxes are lockable. As you can see here, there's things, that you can put padlocks or wire locks through those to lock these up a little bit. Which, if you're going to be a gun owner, you got to keep your guns and your ammo safe. And especially if you have kids, you should be locking your ammo up good. I do have some ammo. I have to buy another ammo can. This is all 223. I'm going to be buying a new can for that pretty soon. But say I go running out the door in an emergency with this thing of cardboard. Say it's wet, it's raining, the cardboard gets wet, it falls apart, all your ammo's on the ground, it's a mess, it's a nightmare. Why take that risk? Spend the $10, get yourself some ammo cans, and dump these in there. Alright, so let's start looking at the stash now that I've given my little say. We'll get this out of the way. This is all shotgun. This is birdshot. Various. Some of these are 3-inch, some are 2 3/4. 6-shot, 8-shot. It's all just birdshot. I believe in storing a lot of birdshot because in an SHTF scenario, that's 200 meals right there sitting in that can. And small game, there's way more small game than there is large game. So in a true self-reliance SHTF scenario, I want as much birdshot as I can get. Excuse me while I open this up. This here is buckshot. There's a turkey load right there. And buckshot and slugs are in here. Probably about 30 rounds of buckshot and maybe 30 slugs. I definitely need to invest more slugs, but hunting season just got over and I went through a lot practicing, so you know how that goes. And plus, too, you can load up the tops of these with even more stuff. I've got some stripper clips of 7.62x5.4 on the top of this, which I can get to in a big hurry if I want. Whoops. The top drawer of this just has some 410. I think these are some 7.62x3.9s loaded up in here. And there's the real surprise. This is some shotgun, some 7.62x3.9, some more 7.62x5.4 on stripper clips. A lot of ammo just ready to go. And here's another storage tip for you. When you start to develop a real pile of ammo like this, it can be tough to remember what's what. Keep your end pieces off your boxes and put them in with the ammo. That way you know what it is, you remember what it is, whether it's soft point, hollow point. You don't want to mix up your hunting rounds with your full metal jackets. And trust me, because sometimes rounds like this that are painted, you may think that's a soft point round by looking at it. You say, oh, gee, that's soft point. No, that's just paint on there. These are full metal jackets. So, always something to keep an eye on. In here, there's quite a few hundred rounds in here. Each one of these holds 50. So you're looking at a couple hundred rounds of 7.62 by 3.9. Altogether, probably about 50 or 60 rounds of 7.62 by 5.4 on stripper clips, you know, and then maybe you got some bird shot, some steel shot for like duck and goose, you know, a little bit of everything in here. And go on to this last one. And this one has 9mm, 22 mag, a little bit of everything. You're looking about 500 rounds of 9mm. Various, you know, full metal jackets. Some are hollow point. This one here is hollow point. Different brands, different types, but about 500 rounds altogether with the 9mm. Maybe 200 of the 22 mag, and then a couple hundred, or not a couple hundred, probably 1,000 or two of regular 22 long rifle. 22 long rifle is another one to make sure you have a couple thousand rounds for, because you can buy the big bulk boxes and just jam them in these, and you got them in if you need them. And the 22 round is another very versatile round that will get you a lot of meals in a true SHTF scenario. So let's take a look at the whole shebang here. As you can see, that's a lot of ammo. Probably about 200, 300 pounds worth of ammo in these cans. And it's very portable and very easy to move. I can load these up and go in a heartbeat, which I really like. I like having that ability. Plus I can lock them. I can chain these together. You know, I can take a chain and chain them together so that way if someone breaks into my house, they're not going to steal them. Because like I said before, it is... Well, what's the best way to put this? As a gun owner, it's your responsibility to keep your guns out of the hands of criminals. And I take that very seriously. So you should definitely consider, if you have ammo, locking it up, putting it into places where you can lock it and keep it away from people who might do bad with it. You know, of course, you know, I keep some ammo near and a gun near me, you know, at night in case someone does ever break into the house, but I also don't have any kids in the home either. But I still, nonetheless, keep this ammo here, which is my stash ammo. I keep it locked up. I keep it locked up because as a gun owner, you're responsible, and you're responsible to make sure your guns and your ammo don't end up in the hands of other people. So make sure you are storing safely. Well, let me get off my soapbox on that one because I know I'm preaching a bit here, but you know, it's nice to have a nice store like this. And one of the best tips I can give you is to remember you can't do this overnight. This is quite a few $100s worth of ammo, especially some of the like 30-06 I have in here and the 7.62 by 3.9. Some of it's a little expensive. You're not going to build this up overnight. You know, sometimes you just got to build box by box until you have a good stash. You know, and this right here, I kind of estimate if we ever went back to like a self-reliance kind of situation, you know, it really hits the fan hard, I estimate this is enough to feed me and my family for, I'd say, close to a year, maybe more, you know, depending on the situation and how much of this ammo you use for self-defense. But this is, you know, a year's worth of food. This is, you know, a year's worth of self-defense. This, I think, is a pretty good start. My ultimate goal is to get 500 rounds of self-defense ammo. You know, I want like 500 rounds of buckshot. You know, that'll be expensive. You know, 500 rounds of the 223, 500 rounds of the 7.62 by 3.9. And then I want to have at least 100 rounds of soft points. I want 100 rounds of 7.62 by 3.9 soft points, 7.62 by 5.4 soft points, 30-06 soft points. I want to get 100 of all of those. And then eventually I want to build up to 1,000 birdshot rounds. And I want to get up to 10,000 22 rounds. So that's kind of my long-term goal that I'm building up to. And this right here, I'm probably a quarter of the way there. So, like I said, though, it's not something you want to run out and bankrupt yourself. Do it a piece at a time. Take your money you know you can afford. And if it's $1 a week, it's $1 a week. If it's $1 a month, it's $1 a month. Buy what you can afford. And that's it. Don't go crazy. A lot of people I see tend to go overboard and buy 5,000 rounds of ammo. And then they're broke. You know, they can't pay their rent. They can't pay their bills. Just remember, prepping comes second. You got to pay your bills. Take care of your life. Set yourself a nice budget and stick with it. You know, if it's $10 a week, it's $10 a week. You know, it's better than sitting on your butt and not doing anything. So don't feel bad if all you have is $10. Don't be ashamed of it. Go out and buy yourself. $10 will buy you a lot of 22 ammo. $10 will buy you 40 rounds of birdshot. It'll buy you maybe 2 boxes of buckshot. A little bit at a time. Every time, just keep adding and adding and adding. That's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm going to go lug this 200 or 300 pounds of ammo downstairs again. So I really hope you enjoyed.